didn't even realize what time it was. It's already 8 o'clock. Gosh. I don't know how long I'll be on here. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. Everybody is live right now. Man. Hi. Say hi. I don't know you here unless you say hi. Hi, Beatrice. How are you? I didn't realize it was already 8 o'clock. My time. What time is it where you are? Come on in, guys. I know it's been a while since I was here. Sorry. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Karen. Yeah, it's been a while. I'm going to do a few readings. I don't know how many I'm going to do. We'll see what happens. It's 5 p.m. in Alaska. Right? You're 3 hours behind me. Wait. It's 7 o'clock where I am. Never mind. It's 7 p.m. It says 8 o'clock on my laptop. For some reason, it's still in Central Time. It's 8 o'clock in Illinois. Okay. Happy Thursday, Sheldon. How are you? We have the same hair color. Wonderful. I am. I just got back. Ash and I took the kids out to eat, and it was delicious. We went to an all-you-can-eat pizza place because you only live once. That you remember. I always have to put that at the end. That you remember. I'm trying to find my... There it is. I was trying to find my live so I could share it. Ta-da! I am in Mountain Time. Hi, Donna! Yep, I'm in Mountain Time now. Good old Mountain Time. Thank you so much. This is my natural hair color. Woohoo! 9 o'clock in Michigan. 9 o'clock in Michigan. Dang. I know, bud, right? It's been a while. Yeah, I am. I was like, I'm going to go live. I'm going to do some readings. I have not been okay. And I'll explain that in a minute. Let me share out to groups real quick. Okay. So, here's the deal. Hello, my darlings. Hi, Brandy Joe. Hi, Karen. Hi, Chandra. How are you? How are you doing? What time is it? It's 7. My laptop says 8, but my laptop is on Central Standard Time. My phone says 7. So I'm not sure. Yeah. So most of you know. Hold on. Gotta charge my. Get my charger. So most of you know that I went and did a bunch of shows. Miss you too, Donna. Oh, I don't know, my love. Is it to Misty Lynn? Have you been sending it to Misty Lynn? It's only 6. Yeah, but Arizona does that weird time change thing. No, I'm not talking about my day. Elspeth, my day was wonderful. Okay. So energetically speaking, I have been exhausted. When I got back, look, my bangs are doing weird things. When I got back from, well, when I went to Wisconsin, I did a lot of spiritual healing. And I set the intention before each of my shows that I did and before each reading that I did that every person that I physically touched was going to get healing from me, which means when you get healing from me, I'm giving you my light, my energy, and I'm taking something from you that is lower vibrational negative energy. So when I made sure to shake hands or hug every person I met, every person that I talked to, every person I did a reading for, um, the whole time I was there. And I do not regularly, and y'all can be mad if you want, I did not release that energy or send it back out into the universe, because normally people ground and release and shed out energy that they no longer want. But my job, and I know this is what I'm supposed to do, is to transmute energy, and that means to change it from lower vibrational energy to null or higher vibrational energy. I know that's part of what I'm supposed to do. So, but the overwhelming amount of energy that I pulled in while I was gone was extremely heavy. There was so many people and so many readings that I did over that 8 days that were just in extreme grief. And so when I came home, I rested for 1 day, maybe even 2, and then I jumped back in and I did a live with free readings, and I think there was something like 150 viewers, which was an awful lot of energy. And I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I should have taken more time for myself. I should have taken more time to transmute the energy, because I knew that I had some attachments, and I knew that I was completely, I was tired. I was tired. Like my soul was tired, because I was just in a really, very heavy place. I was carrying a lot. And then a couple of days, like the next day after I did that live, my oldest daughter messaged me. No, she called me first thing in the morning, and her husband's doggy. Her husband had this little Chihuahua doggy for like 15 or 16 years, and it was passing away from congestive heart failure, and she was just so sad and full of grief, and because he was actively passing away, and it was just one too many things for me, that personal grief connection. And I cried all day long. And so I was like, wow, I really am carrying a lot of stuff that I should have taken care of myself longer than that. I should have done more to nullify the energy that I was carrying, especially the attachments. So I hope and pray that everyone that I was able to touch in whatever way I could while I was off doing God's work, that I hope that it helped them, because that would make it all worth it for me. So emotions, not comfortable with emotions. But sometimes you have to, right? Okay, so it's okay, Tony. Okay, for the 5 card, you got it. So what I've done is I've taken several days off, and over the last week, which I took Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. I took 4 days off, and I did do a private reading on Monday, and I did counsel a few close friends over those 4 days, but for the most part, I did not work until today. I went and did a private reading today. So today I'm back to work, but it's just, I don't know how many readings I'm going to do tonight. I'm trying to not tap myself out so I don't have to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to check and see. Well, thank you, friend. My eyes have been, I don't know about all of you over the last few days, but I have just been so exhausted. And I know a lot of that is because of the energy, right? I know a lot of that is because of the energy, but I feel like people are going through some major transformations right now. And I feel like it is energetic. I know a lot of people have been complaining about joint pain and inflammation. This last week, a lot of people have had food sensitivities that they don't normally have, gastrointestinal issues that they don't normally have, sleep issues that they don't normally have, and nightmares and things of that nature. A lot has been going on this last week. There's been some really big solar flares and, some planets going into retrograde and things of that nature. So I'm not crying. What are you talking about? I'm not crying. I'm totally fine. But it's been a lot for people. Okay. So just be patient with yourself. Rest when you need rest. Please, please, please. Rest when you need rest. Okay. Amanda, darling, sweetheart. Hi, how are you? Joint pain, sleep stinks. Yes. Yes, Patricia, it's been a collective issue. Okay. And also be aware that if you are having nightmares, I'm begging you, please, please, please. If you do have nightmares when you wake up, please just send every person in your nightmare. It doesn't even matter if it's a bad guy. Just send them as much love as you can, because this will nullify that timeline, because nightmares are just alternate timelines, because everything is possible. Every timeline is coexisting in the metaverse of reality. So this is quantum physics we're talking about. Every possible reality happens. Every combination is possible, right? So just send as much love to those people and situations that you can, and be aware that when you take the power away from fear, it becomes powerless, right? So keep that in mind. Okay. Who sent a donation and where did you send it? Yes. Yes. Angela, there's a lot. Okay, there's a lot of nightmares are a recurring thing for you. Try the love method. Absolutely try it, Amanda, okay? Cash app. Okay, thanks, love. If you don't have a lot of positivity in your life, you can look to your anxiety as the cause for that. First of all, anxiety is fear. And there's several different things that cause anxiety. Okay, I'm not going to say it's one specific thing, because we would actually have to look and see what is going on in your life. But there's several different reasons for anxiety. And one of them is the what if situations that you're worried about happening, and the situations that have already happened in the past that you regret. That's a cause of anxiety. Another cause of anxiety is energy. Feeling energy in the unseen physical world, but feeling it in your energy. That's another cause of anxiety. Another cause of anxiety could be if you are concerned mentally about your health. You could be causing yourself some anxiety with that, right? So there's a lot of different reasons for anxiety, and it would just depend what that is. Okay, Crystal, let me do the Chandra wanted cards. And Crystal. Crystal wants a psychic reading. You got it, my love. Okay, so we're going to do the cards. Good luck, Angela. I'm so sorry to hear that, Shelley. Yeah, it's been the last couple of weeks have been very, there's a lot of, it's not really happening too much with me. Thank you. Thank you. It's not really happening too much with me per se, aside from the overwhelming amount of grief that I was carrying from people. But there are triggers coming to the surface. But for me, they're happening because I've dealt with them so often that they're coming in little tiny episodes. But for people who have not dealt with a lot of their emotional trauma, their emotional baggage, emotional triggers, it's going to be probably another week and a half, another 10 days of emotions coming to the surface. Okay. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate you. And yes, I was talking to you, Jason. Tigers are strengthening our gifts. Triggers. I was like, tigers? Where'd that come from? I love you so much, Chandra. You're the best. Let's do your cards, my love. Okay, so yeah. Does it have to do with people talking to you in your head and me answering them out loud? You can do that as much as you want to. Okay. My hair is sticking up and I just want to just not do that. Okay. What do we have for Miss Chandra today? What does she need to know? Starting with the Four of Swords. Hi, Conchetta. How are you? Hi, Sherry Lee. How are you, darling? Oh, itchy nose for you, Chandra. Who's talking to you? I've not, and grief is kicking your butt. I'm telling you, it's hard sometimes. You have to consciously make an effort to heal your trauma, to clear your emotional baggage. It has to happen. I am doing well today. Thank you so much for asking. Two of Cups in reverse. Getting there, Karen. Good for you. Hi, Barbara. Well, thank you so much, Barbara. This is my original. This is my original color. The natural before gray color. I started getting a lot of gray hair. That's why I started bleaching my hair blonde. And then I started getting very creative and doing pink and purple and blue. And I thought to myself, well, let's just get back to basics. Let's just go back to where we started. Right? Let's see. One more. Happens at the oddest times for the weirdest reasons. Yep. That's true, Shelley. Hi, Haley. How are you? Hello, Miss Linda. The readings today are paid readings, Haley. We're doing $11 for tarot card readings and $22 for a psychic reading. Thank you, Elspeth. I appreciate you. Well, I understand that completely, and it's something that you have to do. Okay? You have absolutely no business taking care of anyone else until you take care of yourself. You are the most important person on your journey, believe it or not. Okay. So, Miss glitter! No! There's glitter on my boob. Okay. No problem, Haley. Okay, Chandra, we're starting with the Four of Swords. This is all about feeling safe in yourself, feeling safe in your body, feeling like you can rest easy, feeling safe in your environment. Temperance, of course, is about finding balance within yourself. This could be also talking about finding balance in two different areas of your life, like your work life and your family life, or your social life and your work life. In your family life, it's all about finding balance in yourself. So, finding safety and balance within yourself, releasing the karmic patterns, karmic relationships from your past specifically, is what I'm hearing for you. Okay, so this doesn't have a lot to do with you now, it has more to do with the past. Okay, so I feel like this is definitely in line with what's going on energetically right now. Okay, Chandra, I'm sorry to hear that, Punky. Try to go out and come back in. Did I type it wrong? Hold on, let me look. Joanne, did I put a comma? It should be right. Hold on. Whoops. There you go. I'm putting it in the. That's not. Misty the medium at eBaked Goods is not right. Joanne, that's not. You should have it in your history, though. Haven't you used it before? It should be there. This is it right here. Okay. Okay, so as far as that's concerned, Chandra, I actually want to read these two cards together because it's talking about your karmic past relationship, your karmic cycles, your karmic people. Okay. And then we're talking about, I'm sorry, it's about to storm here, and that could be why as well. And then judgment in reverse. So this is actually like releasing the blame, releasing self-blame, letting go of the resentment that you have for yourself and others. Okay, so this is really important for you right now, letting go of the resentment that you have for yourself and others, for karmic relationships. Apparently, we're having issues right now with reception. Okay, so it is about to storm here. So I don't know if I'm going to have to end my live or not. I hope not. And I hope everybody shares. It shows buffering. Okay. You're learning a big lesson right now? Absolutely. And as soon as you're done learning that lesson, here's your 9 of Cups. Okay. The chat link worked. Wonderful. I must have put a comma instead of a period or something. Okay. But as soon as you can get through releasing all this resentment specifically. Okay. So I want you to think about that, Chandra. I want you to think about who you resent in your life. Okay. It's really, so many chills right now. It's really important for you to take this last leap and to allow yourself to release that. So if you can just take a few moments, tonight would be good. Definitely within the next 10 days. Like I said, it's going to be very hectic. A lot of things come bubbling to the surface for people. If you can do that, just sit down and just ask yourself, who do I resent? Make a list. And then just go through your list. This is good advice for everyone, by the way. So if it resonates with you, if you feel a lot of chaos right now, do this. So go through your list and take some time to clear any lingering feelings about situations that you've experienced in your past. Okay, because we need to realize that where we're at right now, we all have to be grateful for where we are. And it doesn't matter if you're in a good place or a bad place. Eventually you're going to get where you need to be. And being here right now is where you're supposed to be. And if things had happened differently in your life, you wouldn't be where you are right now. So, okay, bless you. I love you so much. I'm so glad that resonated with you. Karen says she paid through PayPal. Okay, yes, absolutely wonderful. So that's what I have for you, my dear. Crystal, how can I help you, my love? How can I help you, Crystal? Mediumship. You got it. Itchy nose. For Christ's sake. Whew. Has anyone else been having a lot of pressure behind their eyes, or is it just me? It's been so much pressure. Okay, let me just shuffle these up for a minute. Whoever wants to come through, you got it. You got it, girlfriend. Okay, Joanne, I got you. And Karen. Okay, Miss Crystal. You've been having pain, Janet? Oh, so sorry to hear that. The pressure has been really heavy the last couple of days. Okay, Miss Sherry. Go away. Okay. I have an older male coming through for you, Crystal. Is your father passed? Because he's telling me he's somebody's father. Father. He's giving me the initial C. I know that your name starts with C, but I feel like this is his name or somebody else with him there. He's telling me like Charles, Charlie, like a CH. Showing me an old card. This feels like like a father, grandfather. This is an older male. He's showing me an old car. He's showing me a black and white film with an old car where the side goes up. It's an old, almost looks like a Model A or a Model T, and where the side goes up of the engine, the big white sidewalls on the tires. And he's showing me a ship. Usually when I get shown a ship, this means that they were in the military in some way. This looks like a like Navy or something. You have a friend, Charlie, who passed and he worked with your dad. Okay. Perfect. Do you understand about the ship? Was he or your father in the military? Your dad was in the Army. Okay, thank you. Great. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for coming in. He's talking about the old ticker. Okay, the old ticker. So I'm not sure if he had a heart attack and this is how he passed, or if he just had a heart problem. He's talking about the old ticker. Okay. Your grandfather, do you understand about the military? You didn't get notified. You have to honestly, guys, This CIA platform does not like me. So you have to keep checking to check my page and see if your notifications are turned on still. He had a massive heart attack. Okay, wonderful. So we have these two men coming through for you. And then your grandmother, is she passed also? Because I'm being pulled over here as soon as we're connecting to your grandfather and being pulled from a female. Okay. She's showing me like a very lacy dress. So I'm not sure, like, this doesn't look like lace that you buy in the store. This is like handmade lace, very intricate. Did she make her own wedding dress? He was in the army also. Okay. I'm not sure if this is an entire dress or just like a lace shawl. Thank you. Gosh, it's like a little thing that ties here. It's a button here, and it just goes around. She made doilies. Okay, she's showing me this is like a little lace thing that goes around your shoulders, and it buttons right here. And I don't know what that's called. It's almost like a cape. She didn't make her dress. No, it's not an entire dress. It's like a lace. It just goes around the shoulders. I don't know. Tracy, this reading is specifically for Crystal. Crystal paid for a reading. A shawl, a shaw, without the L. It's just real. It's not really long. A yoke, is that what it's called? A yoke. It doesn't go very. It just goes here. It's just it's got a button. This is what she's showing me. Okay, this is like a handmade item. And she's showing me a shoebox. And what do we have in this shoebox? We have old papers saved in a shoebox. Papers, photos. It's just a small shoebox. It's not very big. It's not even cardboard. What is that? It's not. I can't figure out what that's made out of. But anyways, a Dickie? I've never heard of that, Janet. I don't know what that is. You have a can with some of her items in it. Okay. It's definitely not a can that I'm seeing, but I understand what you're talking about. My mother did that. My mother saved all of our pictures in like a canister, like a tin canister that you would put sugar or something in. So I understand what you're talking about. But this is, yeah, she's just showing me a little, it's not a very big shoebox, and it almost looks like something like ballet slippers or something would go in. Very thin little shoebox. And she's showing me like old papers, recipes, things of that nature. Oh, it might even be a cigar box. He's showing me a cigar box. So I look at your grandfather and he's showing me a cigar box. Did your grandfather smoke cigars? Maybe she originally had it in a box. Most likely that could be what it is. It's like a shawl, but smaller. Okay, Kathy. Well, if it's ringing bells for you, he did. Okay, so because he's showing me like a cigar box, so it could have been, yeah, that makes more sense because it doesn't really look like a cardboard box. It's just smaller. The way she's showing me didn't make sense. The way he's showing me makes more sense. What else? And his friend Charlie. Charlie. Are you in communication, or do you know any of Charlie's family? Because he just wants them to know that he's okay. Okay. I don't know if there's any way. Are you in communication with them? Okay, Tracy, but this reading is for Crystal. Okay. We're not doing uh, general readings from people. These are just for the paid people who paid for a reading. I have not been, but we'll let his sister know. Thank you. Yes. Because I feel like he's been on her mind a lot recently. This is what he's making me feel like I really need to let my family know that I'm okay. And it could just be that she's been wondering since he passed if he's okay. It could just be, it could be that she's concerned about her own health because of the heart issue, the old ticker. Okay. But please let her know. Let her know that I'm okay, is what he said. Yeah. And tell her not to be too stressed about it. Okay? Not to be stressed about him. What do you want to tell Crystal for herself? Do you have some vacation days coming to you? Because they're talking about vacation days. Like a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Do you have a weekend vacation planned? Or did you just have one? They're showing me like a boat, like whale watching or something. I don't think I could go on the ocean in November. Okay. Are you planning on going on a boat? They're talking about you loving sea life. Sea life. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. They're also showing me like a big swordfish. This could actually represent like fishing. I do not. Oh my gosh, my friend just asked me last night if we should go to Juneau. What's there? Is that to watch whales or whatever, or to go like fishing? Because swordfish is to me just always remind me of sport fishing for some reason. It reminds me of sport fishing because I always see, the swordfish on like a plaque. I don't know. I don't know why that is the connection in my brain. I don't know. She's in Alaska, Linda. She's a travel nurse. Oh, my freaking nose is so itchy with you. Hold on a second. Enough of that. She's a travel nurse and she works in Alaska. Do love the ocean, going home in November. Whale watching in Juneau. This is what they're talking about. They're talking about whale watching in Juneau because that's what they're showing me. So maybe that will be fun for you. I'm not getting any negative feelings about it. I don't feel like it'll be a bad thing. Okay. Kathy, these are paid readings, my love. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. It would be a 3-day weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm so good at my job. Sometimes I impress myself. It's amazing. Okay. Well, you have that to look forward to, and I hope you do that. It sounds like a lot of fun. I personally don't know how I would feel on the ocean. I know when I was younger, just being on a small boat, like in a lake, rocking around, made me very motion sick. So I don't know how I would be on the ocean. It would probably be worse. You're welcome. You're welcome. So this is wonderful. I'm so glad I could give you that message. And I'm so glad that they were able to come through for you. Okay. Next, we have Miss Joanne. Joanne wanted to get 5 cards. Let's see what we got for Joanne. Hello, Miss Natasha. How are you? Joanne. You love the ocean and boating? A lot of people do, darling, but I know that I was on the Titanic and I am not a fan. I will put my feet on the sand every single day of the week, but they're not going very far into the ocean. I will travel all over this green earth as long as it's green. Yes, Natasha, I will take a couple more readings. Okay, here we go, Joanne. What does Joanne need to know? Joanne, are you here? If I can't walk home, I'm not going. Seriously. Cash App, I got you on the list, Sherry. I got you. Natasha, there's 4 different ways to pay in the description box of the video, my darling. Okay, Miss Joanne. Wondering how long I have 2 more people to do besides Joanne, Emily. And one of them is a tarot card reading. One of them is a psychic reading. Five of Cups, Two of Swords in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. Just let me know where you're sending it, Emily, okay? It's in the, if you click on the description box of the video, there's a description in the video, and there's 4 different ways to pay in that description box of the video. You're welcome, Sherry. 7 of Cups, and what is this that flew out? 5 of Swords in reverse. We got 2 5s here in your spread. We're going through some shifting, some changing, some things are happening here. Basically, I don't know if you're feeling at a loss, if you're feeling weak, if you feel like lethargic, weak and lethargic, if you feel like your power has been taken away, it could be Venmo. You got it, Emily. It doesn't have to be physical power. It can be different types of power. Okay, first of all, Joanne, we're starting with the 5 of Cups. Okay, the 5 of Cups represents crying over spilt milk, thinking about things that depress you, and not really appreciating what you do have in your life, like not being grateful for what you do have, putting all your energy towards things that you've lost, things that are no longer there. Regret, remorse, sadness, and loss. Those are the words that are coming to mind for that card. And that's followed by the 2 of Swords in reverse. Okay. The 2 of Swords usually represents not knowing that you have choices, not knowing what your options are, not knowing how to move forward. Lots of sadness and dysfunction. Okay. When it's in reverse, it means that you're denying your options, denying or pretty much not making a decision because you don't want to face the consequences of it. You feel like there's a lot at stake, and that it's going to leave you vulnerable, that it's going to put you in a position where you have to depend on other people, where you have to rely on other people, and this just doesn't feel very good to you. Okay, so this is kind of the feeling that I'm getting with these first 3 cards. Yes, your kids. Absolutely. Okay, got you. The abilities. Thank you. As far as advice is concerned, the last 2 cards that you have the 7 of Cups. Okay. 7 of Cups is talking about procrastination. Okay. And this is talking about looking at the different options that you have. You're literally procrastinating the first option or the first thing that came to your mind because you feel like it's going to put you in a bad place. And so you're trying to think of different ways to achieve getting out of this situation, right? So we're trying to We don't want to do what we know we have to do is pretty much where you're at right now. And so you're procrastinating doing this thing. You're procrastinating it, okay? Because you don't want to deal with the backlash. Right? So this 5 of swords here is that you feel like the heat's really going to come on to you, the repercussions of your decision, right? So the advice is to let me get a clarifier on when this is going to happen. This is something that we need to. Yeah, you're getting 10 of swords in reverse with the ace of swords. So I do feel like procrastinating just a little bit longer is okay, because I feel like something's going to change. All right, you got the 10 of swords, which is the ending of a cycle. You need to be firm in your decision. And right now, you're really nervous about it. So I feel like something's going to happen in the next few days. Really, honestly, I feel like something in the next few days is going to make your stance solidify, and I think it's going to be easier for you to choose the right thing to do. Okay, so the next few days, because your grandkids are involved. It feels like in the next few days, something will happen to give you the impetus that you need to do what you have to do. All right. I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. All right, Miss Emily, I got you. Thank you for helping, Elspeth. Thank you. Emily wants a psychic reading. I do not have a card for you today, Miss Alexandria. We are doing paid readings. So if you want to get cards, it's $11. And there's 4 different ways to pay in the description box, okay? Okay, Miss Karen. Karen, it's your turn. How can I help you today, Karen? What can I do for you? Whatever one of my spirits want me to know. I've lost 5 in the past 5 years. Okay. You got it, Miss Ma'am. Let's see what we can do for you. Karen. I need a massage. I literally just had a massage like 3 days ago. 4 days ago. Okay. I need another one. Karen, is your mom passed? The very first thing that I was hearing when I was connecting to your energy was mom. So this is going to be your mom, or it's going to be somebody who is like a mom to you. Is your mother passed? You're welcome, Karen. Yes. Thank you. What do you want to tell her? I miss my baby. Okay. She says she misses you. She's showing me a book. I don't know if you're the one that likes to read or if she liked to read what this book represents. It's like a hardcover book. History. I'm hearing something about history, and she's showing me a hardcover book. This is like autobiographies, history books, nonfiction. Do you understand this for her? Was your mother a fan of this? Reading real world events history is what she keeps showing me. It can even be like the History Channel, watching the History Channel, learning about, wars. You have missed her so much. She never read. Okay, somebody is bringing this message to you, and I'm not sure if this is for you. Like, if this applies to you. Do you like watching these kinds of shows? But she's talking about this. She's talking about books and history and learning. She said it's so evident, and I don't know what she's referring to. What is so evident? The past repeats itself, she said. The past repeats itself. Look at your history. Okay. No. She's talking about you. She's talking about you. Your dad was a history buff. Okay. She's talking about you. She said, look at your history. I can hear her clear as day. Look at your history. The past repeats itself. Okay. So I'm not, what is this in reference to? Her family. Her family. Her family. What about the family? Past repeats itself. Look at the bloodline. For what? Karen, is there a history of some kind of medical issue in your family where a lot of people in your bloodline have passed from a specific type of medical issue, like heart disease or cancer or something? Because she's talking about looking at your bloodline. She's talking about solving the mystery. She must be talking about a couple of friends I just pulled away from due to negative energy. No, we'll address that in a second. I'm very specifically hearing a message for you, and it's about medical issues in your family. I'm very, very cold. I know I'm giving you the right message. But we can talk about your friends in a minute. But I have to give you this message first. I need you to understand what I'm saying. Okay. So let's get on this track here of medical illnesses, medical issues that are in your family bloodline. She's very specific about it. And she said, yes, and I keep checking my heart and colon. Okay, this is literally, and she said you need to treat yourself accordingly, which is exactly what she was talking about. Heart healthy diet, specifically a heart healthy diet. Okay, because she did mention heart disease was the very first thing that she gave me an example of. And colon cancer could be what she was referring to as far as cancers. Did your mother pass from a heart-related issue? Who is sending me a payment? Teresa, you sent me a payment request instead of a payment. Okay? You don't eat fried foods or nothing fatty. Kitty, stop it. Meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Keep check on your heart and your colon. Yes. What else? Can you talk to your dad, please? We're talking about history. We're talking about the History Channel, and we were talking about family history. What do you want to talk about, Dad? Let's not talk about that. Okay. Let's talk about relationships. Okay. We're talking about family relationships, and struggling with family relationships? Do you have people in your family that you're not in communication with right now? People in your family that you have cut off, or uh, he's talking about it being a gray area. What does that mean? To me, it means uh, that it's not just black and white, that it's a gray area. He's talking about she passive congestive heart failure. Okay. She's very concerned about that. You have a brother that you are not talking to. And he's talking about, yes, my cat and I talk to each other, Michelle. Isn't that funny? She understood me too. She stopped playing with the, you know, psychic powers. But he's talking about it being a gray area. It's not just black and white. There's a gray area here. Okay, do you understand that? It's not right and wrong or left or right with your brother. There's a lot of gray area here. And of course, your dad wants you to make amends with your brother. Okay. It's a lot of pressure on your mind, is what he's telling me. keeping all these keeping all of these feelings, all right, is what he's telling me. It's a lot of mental pressure for you. It's a lot to keep track of. He's telling me it's a lot to revolve through. Karen, I'm being reminded of what I said at the beginning of this video about, like, right now and over the next 10 days being a good time to release emotional baggage. Okay. He is mad because my mom gave me the china. What's a man need china for? Uh, that makes perfect sense to me, Karen. Let's see here. The only other thing I can figure, I mean, honestly, I'm sure she left him something that a man could use, right? So maybe we need to, look at it in that light, or, communicate that with him. But anyways, what else do we need to tell Karen? As far as keeping your health on track, make sure you're diligent with that. Make sure you stay on top of your colon health. Do the colonoscopies when you're supposed to. That's what they're telling me, the colonoscopies when you're supposed to. What else do you want to tell her, Dad? He's giving you like a little flower. It's a pansy. He's giving you a little pansy. He wanted to sell it. Yeah. I figured as much, Karen. Why else would a man want a china set? Right? He's giving you a little pansy flower. And I don't know what the connotation is with this. You could look it up, what it represents. What do pansies represent as a flower? Because all flowers represent a different feeling. There's a whole thing behind it, just like there is with colors and stuff. But he's showing me the pansy, his little pansy, and he's telling me for you to look it up and to see what it means. And I'm not sure if this is something that you like. If you like pansies, this is what I'm seeing. Okay. And your mom, once again, is talking about your health and taking better care of yourself. So I don't know. Drink more water. I feel like. Are you a smoker, Karen? Are you a smoker? Chris, if you would like me to answer that question, it's $22, and there's 4 different ways to pay in the description box of the video. She knows you don't eat right and you are a smoker. Okay, because she's showing me that you're a smoker. So you do smoke. This is what she's talking about. She just keeps saying you need to take better care of yourself, okay? So let that be from your mom. All right, that is from your mom. Okay? Listen to your mama. She wants you to take better care of yourself. If you can try to cut back on smoking, then cut back. If you can try to cut back on, the foods that you know are not doing the best for you. Okay, drink more water, do things you're supposed to do, walk regularly. Okay, just take better care of yourself. All right. Okay. All right. I hope that reading resonated with you, and it helps you on your journey. Next, we have Miss Sherry Lee. She wanted some tarot cards. Good night, Elspeth. Have a good night. Your mom's probably trying to get your attention because you're not taking good care of yourself. What do we have for Miss Sherry Lee? Three of Swords in reverse with the Queen of Cups. You're very welcome, dear. Two of Wands in reverse. My cards went everywhere. I'm trying to get them back. Miss Sherry Lee. Stop it. Hi, Sherry. All right, Miss Sherry Lee, I got your cards. Gosh, I'm a bit tired. Whoops, make a mess. Sorry about that. Okay, so we are starting with the Three of Swords in reverse. And this is an emotional struggle to, trying to heal yourself, trying to heal your pain, your emotional pain. Three of Swords usually, hey, I told you to quit it. Stop it right now. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. That's not hard for you. So this is talking about trying to heal from emotional pain. Look at Three Swords in the heart. 3 strikes, you're out is what I'm hearing. 3 strikes, you're out. Something... you see this right here. This is like a grave. This is like a grave surrounded by red roses and love. This is a love relationship, something from the past, something that needs to be healed. 3 crows, 3 strikes. You've been shown 3 times. 3 strikes, you're out. So this Queen of Cups is right next to this Three of Swords in reverse. And it's like you're trying really hard to get through this situation. You're trying really hard to heal from this. You're trying to be the bigger person, in other words. It's like you're but you feel like your hands are tied. You feel like you can't make the decision that you need to make. Would you stop? Did you get into the catnip? I swear to God. Two of Wands usually represents you making wise decisions, weighing your options, and doing what's best for you. But when it comes in reverse, it just makes me feel like you're hesitating, like you don't want to. Like you're stuck in the situation and you don't know how to move forward. This Wheel of Fortune in reverse is talking about karma and dealing with your own karma, dealing with the consequences of your actions. Okay. That happens to me all the time, Karen. They turn this bedroom light off all the time. And then I'll be sleeping in the middle of the night. I'll wake up and my light will be on. And I'm like, really? Why'd you do that? I'm sleeping. But anyways, dealing with the consequences of your action or dealing with the consequences of your inaction, because you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So this right now, not sure what it means. You're going through a situation right now where you did not do what you were supposed to do, and you are dealing with the consequences of your actions or inactions. You didn't do what was best for you. And so I honestly feel like this is talking about the relationship you have with your son. That's what it feels like to me. Okay. It feels like the relationship with your son. And it feels like literally that you were hesitant to do what was best for you, and that you were not able to let that relationship go, obviously. And so with this coming in reverse is like not allowing yourself to let these toxic emotional bonds go. And right now you're dealing with the consequences of your inactions. You haven't enabled me too, but I'm doing better than I was. But it hurts inside. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. It's painful. It's hard. I've had to release relationships. I've had to release family members. Okay. I cut ties with my own brother, you know, and we've gone through a lot in life, but it's not a healthy relationship when somebody is very conditional with their feelings towards you. And I feel like that's the relationship that you have with your son. He's very conditional. All right. It's very difficult to keep yourself in a positive path, in a positive light, positive energy, and moving up and evolving spiritually when you keep these anchors in these lower energies, in these lower vibrational planes of emotion. All right. Okay, Miss Emily, how can I help you? You're welcome. Gotta keep working on it, honey, because with that Three of Swords coming out in reverse right off the bat, it's like struggling to let go of something. All right. And when you struggle to let go of these things, when you keep these things in your life, then you're going to experience the karmic repercussions of that. whatever I want to tell you. Did you want me to connect to your loved ones who've crossed over? Do you have loved ones that you want to speak to? Or did you want me to look into your current timeline, your future? What's coming for you? Do you have any questions about that? Do you want your spirit guide names and what their loved ones? Okay. Which loved ones was the first one I said? Is that what you want? Loved ones? Emily Thrower. Loved ones. You got it. You got it. Sending out white light. Emily, do you have somebody, a male who passed that was on like hospice for cancer? Somebody that was heavily medicated before they passed? Could be morphine or like a morphine drip. He's making me feel very out of it. He's making me feel very spaced out. Very weak. He's also mentioning a brother-in-law. You believe so? Really sick in the end. I'm very, very spaced out, heavily medicated, very weak. Do you understand the message about a brother-in-law? Somebody's brother-in-law? Okay, what does it mean for the brother-in-law? Brother-in-law? It has a brother-in-law? Brother-in-law? So this male has a brother-in-law, which means that he has a sister. Would this be your grandfather, Emily? Who is this older male that's coming through for you that's talking about being very out of it, being very out of it? I feel like I'm in the hospital. I feel like I'm just heavily medicated. I'm so spaced out when I'm connecting to this energy. He's talking about having your stepfather. He was really sick and died alone at home. Very, very out of his mind, okay? Does your stepfather have a sister? Do you know? Teresa, I got a payment request from you. I did not get a payment. He does have a sister, but you don't know her. Okay. She's married. don't know why he's coming through, and he's talking about her marriage and talking about her going through hard times right now in her relationship. Okay. And I have another woman coming. I have a woman coming in with she's giving me the initial H. H. I'm not sure if this is for a first name or a last name. H. She's telling me she was either born in 67 or she was around the age of 67 when she passed away, giving me the initial H, like Helen, Helene. It could also represent a last name that starts with H. Yeah, last name. I said that already. A magic trick? Ugh. She's talking about doing magic tricks, like when you make the flowers appear. This is cheesy magic tricks. Cheesy magic tricks. Emily, have you ever worked in the care industry for like a nursing home or home health care? Have you ever taken care of sick relatives or had a close neighbor that passed away? A friend of the family. Sick relatives. Okay. Has any of them been in their 60s or early 70s? Your neighbor a couple of years ago. What was your neighbor's name? Was it a female? Do you live on a street that starts with H? Or did she? Marianne. The H doesn't fit. It could even be a street name. Okay. Hell, it could be a town for all I know. Horizon Way. Okay, so we understand the H, the neighbor. All right, we got the neighbor. Why do you want to pop in here? What do you need to talk to Emily about? She said, whoever comes through. Oh, well, what is that? Did she have problems with her back? You love her? You were good friends. Did she have problems with her back? Hello, Hawaii Best. She did. Okay. She's making me feel that. She said whoever comes through. And she said loved ones. Yes, ma'am. She said she had issues in a couple of different areas in her body. And she's making me feel some lower abdominal pain as well. Okay. She's also making me feel like she's got issues in her neck. I don't know if she actually had neck surgery or what it is. Is it morning in your state or country? No, it is not. It's evening, and it is 8:22 p.m. She did. Okay. She's talking about watching television together. She's talking about missing watching television with you. Do you understand this? Did you just receive $21 from me and 22? Where, Teresa? Where did you send it? What pay app did you send it on? I got Connie. I got Connie for 22. PayPal. Okay, I will check in just a second, okay? She's talking about missing watching something with you. She's talking about TV. She's showing me watching TV. It could just be that she's talking about spending time with you. I don't really know, but if she's showing me watching TV. So, I don't know what that's about. Is there somebody else, another female that you have that has passed that you used to watch TV shows with? These are old TV shows. She's showing me stuff like Archie Bunker. Archie Bunker is what she's showing me. Okay, so these are old shows. This feels like it's going to be a long time ago, whenever this is. This would be probably when you were a lot younger, when you were a child. Teresa, why did you send me to your grandmother? Okay, thank you very much. Yes, Teresa, I got two. Did you want me to send one of them back? So your grandmother wants you to know that she misses watching TV with you, okay? Especially those old shows, The Jeffersons, Archie Bunker, Good Times. This is a long time ago. This is going to be enjoyed Archie Bunker. This is going to be like the 80s. This is going to be like a long time ago. No, you said you didn't receive the $20 payment from when I asked for a reading like a month ago. So I just sent 20 again for the last payment. Yeah, this is a long time ago. Yeah, the 70s. Mm-hmm. Okay. I gave an extra hour. What? Gave an extra hour. I don't understand. So you're saying that you paid me for a reading I gave you a month ago? Teresa? I'm getting a headache. Holy shit. Oh. Mm. Get out. Get out. Get out. Okay. So PayPal was saying that I didn't pay you $20 again. Oh, so PayPal told you it didn't go. I'll send you back one. I'll send you one. My job made me like, or made you feel like if the food was bad for my job. Teresa, I'm really not. Teresa, if I gave you a reading a month ago, I can guarantee you without any doubt in my mind that I absolutely do not remember. I don't remember readings I did this morning or readings I did yesterday. I'm absolutely not going to remember what I told you a month ago. So I'm sorry about that. Your dad, hey, Janet's dad built the stairwell on that show. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm still going to give you one reading, okay? What am I doing? Teresa. Okay. Is that all we have for Emily? Yes. Okay. Tell her I love her. She's putting a flower on your head. Can you know about Lewis and I? All right. So you want to know about a relationship with Lewis. I'm writing that down. So when it's your turn. Okay, Teresa? I'm writing that down. So when it's your turn, I will check on that. Okay. All right. Let me. Connie, are you here? Jeremiah, sweetheart, we're doing paid readings tonight. So if you're interested in getting 5 tarot cards, it's $11. And if you're interested in getting a psychic reading, it's $22. And there's 4 different ways to pay. If you click out of the live chat, click on the description box on YouTube, you'll see there's 4 different ways to pay for that donation. Just put your name in the description box of the donation, and I will add you to the list. All right, Miss Connie. How can I help you today, Connie? What can I do for you? Connie Hinayosa. Connie, have you been having problems with your stomach? I'm getting pain in my stomach. When I connect to your energy, Connie. Just in the stomach. Have you been anxious about something, Connie? Because it's causing some upset in your stomach, in your power center, your solar plexus chakra. Yes, bad? Okay. Have you been anxious about something? Are you anxious about a family member? Are you anxious about a situation with a family member? We're worried about the outcome. It's like when somebody's trying out for a team, when somebody it's almost like this. It's like you're anxious about the outcome of something with a family member. Why am I seeing a young person, Connie? What is this about? Have you been worried about a young person? Do you have a child that you're concerned about? I'm getting old, getting jowly. Where's this concern coming from? Like, who is this about, Connie? Because it's right in the power center. It's right in the solar plexus chakra. We have some fear, some concern. Your daughter. Okay. We have fear and concern about the outcome of a situation with this person. Tell me about Connie's daughter. She has a reason to be concerned. Okay. Is this a life-threatening situation? Yes and no. More no. Okay. This is not a life-threatening situation per se. This is not a life-threatening situation for your daughter, but I feel like the energy that you're manifesting right now in the center of yourself can cause some permanent distress. Like you're going to give yourself an ulcer, in other words, um, is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you can cause a lot of harm to yourself with the energy that you're creating here, the stress. Okay. Did your brother pass from something head related, Connie? Now, when I say head related, it could be that he had trauma to the head. It could be self inflicted, or it could be in some kind of an accident. He could have fallen down and hit his head and died. It could be an aneurysm, a stroke, some kind of neurological disorder. Did he have something wrong with his head before or when he passed? Because I got such a huge pain in my head right before I started your reading. I don't know if you recall that. And I was just reminded of it when I was trying to connect to your brother. Do you understand this, Connie? Do you have somebody who passed from something head related that is a male? He's telling me that you miss him. He said there's no when he passed he fell down. Okay. He's telling me there's no I in team. Okay, and so this is what he's telling me, that you miss him because you were a team. He's talking about y'all being very emotionally supportive of each other through your whole life. Okay. Like this, was this your big brother? Because he's talking about roles that you had, big brother, little sister kind of thing. He's talking about roles and being very supportive of each other. Okay, did you go through a health situation with your lungs? Um, because he's making me feel this here. It could be the breast or the lung. I'm feeling pain here. It could be either. But he's talking about some kind of a health scare or situation that you've been through with the chest. Um, and this, you didn't feel as supported as you normally would have. Um, like there was a hole, like there's definitely something missing there. And he's telling me that he's sorry that he couldn't be there for you physically. All right. He wants you to know that he's always there for you, though. Just tell her. Just tell her. God, I'm always there for her. I would never betray her. I would never abandon her. I am always there for her. Do you understand this, Connie? Did you go through some kind of a health situation where you were afraid that you might die? Hell, it could even be COVID. If you got really sick when you had COVID and you thought that you might die, it could be even that, because it's something to do with the chest. He said to tell you that he is your number one supporter, Always will be. He's holding up a big foam finger, like like they would have at the games, at basketball games or football games. We're number one. Big foam finger. I'm not sure if your brother was a big sports fan or not, but that's what he's doing. Feels like football. Because he's showing me, the defense sign where it's a D and then like a picket fence. Defense. So it feels like football. um, or it could just be he has a really good sense of humor, or it could be all of the above. He said you miss him most when he is around you, and so be aware of that. The reason that you are missing him so much lately is because he's been spending a lot of time around you. And he wants you to know that he's your number one supporter. He wants you to know that he's got your back. He wants you to know that you can count on him, you can depend on him, that he'll never take it back. Okay? You and your brother were so close. I did get COVID real bad. Okay. And he always made me laugh. He wants you to know that he was there supporting you. Okay. He wants you to know that he's supporting you through your near death experiences. He's very funny, showing me the defense sign. Have you been looking at old pictures of the two of you together? It's like I almost want to say he was much taller than you. And you know how like people when they're really tall, like they'll put their arm around you. It almost looks like they're choking you. That's what he's showing me. I don't know if you have an old picture like that with your brother, or if he was actually like a headlock or something. But this is kind of what I'm seeing here, like somebody with their arm draped around somebody, and it looks like they're choking them, but really it's kind of like an arm hug. It's a winter time. Somebody's wearing like a scarf. It's a striped scarf and like a hat. Angela, if you would like a psychic reading, they're $22. Information's in the description box of the video. If you would like to purchase one of those, there's 4 different ways to pay. Okay. Is there anything else you want to tell Connie? He said, I asked him if there's anything else he wanted to tell you, and he said, a good defense. That's backwards. A good offense is the best defense. But he said a good defense is the best offense. He said it backwards. And I'm not sure if he did that on purpose or what. He was taller and always had his arm around me. Okay. So that's what he's showing me. Today is his birthday. Well, happy birthday to him. A good defense is the best offense, is what he said. And I'm not sure if he meant to say it backwards on purpose or not, but he did say it backwards, and so that's a message that I'm giving you, and I hope it resonates with you. Thank you for sharing, Karen. I appreciate you. Okay, and now we are going to go to Teresa. Teresa had a question about a relationship with Lewis. Am I right? What's this? Okay. So is this somebody that you are currently in a relationship with, or somebody that you are just interested in? You're welcome so much, Connie. I'm so glad I could deliver those messages to you from your brother on his birthday. Happy spirit birthday to you. All right. You dated in high school. I'm going to need a little bit of clarity here, Teresa. Lewis is a person that you dated in high school, and you are wondering about a relationship with him now? The breakup was due to family issues in high school. I knew there was a reason I asked if you were currently in a relationship with him, because I wasn't feeling a connection there. I'm still in contact with him. And you want to know about the possibility of a future relationship with him. Is that right? Tell me about the number 7 in connection with this relationship. Has it been 7 years since you met him, since you broke up with him? Where's the number 7 coming in? This football number, but you don't know. Okay. I'm getting a number 7, and it has to do with some kind of time period here. Okay. So I want you to think about, like, how many years has it been since you started? When did you meet him? When did you start dating him? How old were you? How old are you now? There's something to do with the 7 here. So if it was 4 years ago, the 7 is what's important here. That would mean 3 years down the road, or sometime further in the future. If it's been 5 or 6 years, then it's going to be 1 or 2 years in the future. Okay. I'm seeing 7 here as some kind of delineation of time as far as this relationship is concerned between you and him. Okay. Let me look. Teresa Lewis. Teresa Ortiz. You were very heartbroken with this relationship breakup. I'm just seeing you bawling, like you're crying and crying. I feel like you really loved him. Uh, and it just feels to me like people feel like it's puppy love, that it's you're too young. I do see him getting yelled at. I'm seeing there is a confrontation in his home. I'm seeing him getting yelled at. He's like shaking his head. Like he's being forced to make a choice. He's not very happy about it. think this has to do with his time with the family. It almost feels like having to spend his time helping them, having to spend his time. It almost feels like he has to work. It feels like he has to get a job. It's a family responsibility. It feels like a family responsibility. He's not very happy about it. He has to put his needs aside. I feel like this went on for a few years. I feel like he had to, I don't know, it just feels like a financial responsibility. Yes, he did. Yes. Um, it feels to me like he had to, there's some kind of financial responsibility that he had to take up in his family. It almost feels like he has to support or contribute to supporting. Okay. Let me look. I have to make sure that I was finding the right connection. I'm going to go further down where we are now. We're staying in communication. Yes, I see you. I am being reminded that the family members are not the same. The family situation is he still supports his family. Yeah, the family situation has not changed. I don't see I don't see this changing anytime soon, Teresa. Um, and the reason being is because I feel like he's still, I don't know if he's made to feel indebted to his mom. It kind of feels that way to me. It kind of feels like his mom, it's like that whole I gave birth to you and now you need to take care of me, and it just feels like he's really pressured to 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 fulfill a certain role in his family. Um, it doesn't look like there's going to be. I don't think he's prepared to have that conversation. There was a lot of black and white issues going on at my time when we were together. Nobody could date black people. Nobody could date. He's a mama's boy. Yeah. Um, it just really feels to me like this situation with his mother hasn't changed. That he has a responsibility to her. That she's made him feel that way, and I don't think he would. I don't think he would risk that relationship with his mother, Teresa. Okay. That isn't to say that he doesn't have feelings for you. You're still in communication with him. I feel like he does have feelings for you, but I do not think that even now, I don't think even now that he would get back into that situation with you. I don't. It's like you're friends because that's all you can be, you know? And if the family dynamic changes, if God forbid there's some kind of separation between him and his mother in the future, that would be sometime after that would be when you would have an opportunity with him. But until that happens, I don't see it happening. Okay? It's not showing itself to me as a possibility at this time. So I hope that helps you. Just continue to cultivate the good, strong friendship with him, because friendship is the basis of every good, solid relationship. Okay, just remember that. Okay. I wish you the best of luck with that. I hope you enjoyed your clairvoyant reading. I think that's everybody. And if that is everybody, then I'm all done. Because I'm going to be done because I'm done. I'm tired. I'm done. Um, will I find love? That's totally up to you. What are you, in your mid-20s? You're not you're not terribly old. I mean, you have so much life left. Teresa, you have so much life left. Why would you wonder that? 42, 24. I was close. Um, you have plenty of life left. Absolutely a lot. Gil, I'm not going to answer that question. Okay. Thank you all for hanging out with me for these last couple of hours. I appreciate you. If you're interested in getting a private reading with me, the information is in the bottom of the description box. You can contact me through Facebook, or you can contact me. My information for my website is at the bottom of the page. All right. I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. I want to thank you all for sharing the live out to your friends and family and loved ones in Facebook land and YouTube land. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope you all have many blessings tonight and sleep well.